Okay, I'm going to start you off with a sample equation. 3x plus 4 equals 16. Now in this equation I see something that's a little bit different than an equation we would normally see in class that we've worked on so far, and that is that I have an x right here. That x is called a variable. A variable is a letter that represents a number. So it's a missing value in our equation, and the letter is in place of that missing value. So the x is going to equal a certain number to make the equation true. Right now, this equation is saying 3 times x plus 4 equals 16. So I'm going to put a new page to solve it. 3x plus 4 equals 16. Now I have 4 on each side that I can take off so that I can balance the equation. Minus 4, minus 4. Remember, I can only subtract numbers from numbers, so 4 doesn't have a variable on it, so I'm good. 16 minus 4 is 12. Bring down my equal sign. 4 minus 4 is 0. Bring down my 3x. 3 times something equals 12. In order to find that something, that missing value, which is represented by the variable, I need to divide by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1, so 1x, or just x, equals 4. X equals 4. X, the variable x, is represented by the number 4. So when I put 4 in for x, it makes the statement true. Now, if I put 4 in for x, that's called substitution. Substituting a value means putting in a number in place of the variable. So if I was given the following, if I was given 3x plus 4 equals 16, and it said when x equals 4, what I would do is I would substitute the 4 for the x, because I know that x is equal to 4. So I no longer need this x because my number isn't missing. So here's how I would rewrite it. 3, and in place of the x I would put a 4, plus 4 equals 16. Now parentheses is my first order of operation that I have, so 3 times 4 is 12. 12 plus 4 equals 16. Addition is my next in order of operations. So this is 16 equals 16, and that is true. So my substitution worked. Now I'm going to do 2 examples of substitution. Here's the first one. The first one is A equals B times C. Now I have more than one variable, so there's no way of solving this unless I know what some of the variables are equal to. So I actually have values. So this is what you'd be given in a problem. A equals B times C when A equals 20 and B equals 4. Now we're going to substitute the values that we have. So we no longer need to have the A there because we know that A is equal to 20. So in place of the A, I'm going to put 20. I no longer need this B here because I know that B equals 4. So in place of the B, I'm going to put a 4. And I do not know what C is equal to, so I'm going to keep that C right there. 20 equals 4 times C. So I know 20 equals 4 times something, this missing variable C. To find that something, I'm going to need to divide by 4, because that cancels out, makes 1. 20 divided by 4. 20 divided by 4 is 5 equals C. So the value of C would be 5 in order to make that equation true. That was example 1. Now we'll do one more example, example 2. Example 2 is y equals 3x plus 6. And I'm going to tell you that one of the variables, x, is equal to 40. Now, since I know that x actually has a value of 40, I do not need to put the x there. I can substitute the value 40. So now I'll put y equals 3, not the x, I'm going to put 40 times 40 plus 6. And now I solve my parentheses first. Y equals 120 plus 6. I do my addition next. Y equals 120 plus 6. So I'll do the 120 plus 6. Y equals 126. And I found the missing value for y. So now I'm going to check it with my original equation. When y equals 3x plus 6, we know that x was 40, and we figured out that y is 126. So now we check our work and make sure it makes sense. Is 126 equal to this part? Let's see. 3 times 40 is 120, plus 6, 126. 126 does equal 126, so that is correct. We substituted the values, we found the missing value y, and our equation makes sense. That is substitution.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.